Well, hey there, friend. Lucy from Bloom here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about my friend framework. This is the framework that I have used in my own six-figure handmade business, the one that I teach inside of the Marketing School for Makers, and my custom designed way for you to be able to find, attract, and keep customers coming back into your handmade business.
So the FRIEND framework stands for find, research, invite, engage, nurture, and delight. Find. You need to find out who your perfect customer is, where they hang out, both in person and online. Find out what they like. Find out how they make their buying decisions. It is your job to know everything you can about the person who will become your customer. How we find that is by doing research. This is a manual process. My framework works extremely well, but it does take a little bit of time on the front end because you need to dig into the information you already have. Watch people as they move through your booth if you do shows. Look at other businesses in your niche. Ask your audience, what shows do you go to? What platforms do you shop on? Where do you go to buy your gifts? What do you use my products for? Research, 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 because this is your audience telling you what they want from you and where they're going to buy from you. The next step of the FRIEND framework is invite. This piece is very important for the acquisition transitioning into growth. In the online space, we call this a CTA or a call to action. People need to be invited to take the next step. Invite them to respond on a post. Invite them to follow you on social media. Invite them to share with their friends. People do not inherently know that you want them to take an action. This is why on e-commerce sites, for example, join here, buy now, click to buy. That's what you see on every button. Those are calls to action. Here's a pro tip. If you want to know the one thing that you need to do today that will lead to sales all year long, it is invite people to join your email list. This is not optional. With an email list, you can have more contact points with your potential customers because it takes an average of 7 to 10 touches with a business before they will purchase. This keeps your audience engaged and nurtured. This also allows you to be more selective with your shows because you'll be able to gauge how many of your customers will be at a show. Your email list moves you out of the constant hamster wheel of trying to acquire new customers and into the retention phase where you are retaining customers. This also means you'll never have to worry about what happens if your social media goes away. Because if you are focused on building a vanity metric like Instagram followers, and those people aren't transitioning to become subscribers, then if and when Instagram goes down, or if or when you got hacked or kicked off the platform, you have no recourse. Building your business without building an email list is like building an empire on rented land with quicksand in the middle. The next piece of the FRIEND framework is engage, and this is where I like to say the party starts. You're going to share content that elicits a response, asking people questions, inviting them to share opinions. Tell them what response you are looking for. This can look like, do you like the blue beads or the red beads? Which one do you prefer? Tell me yes or no. Tell me this or that. And then respond to their comments. All you're doing is having conversations. These people, now we are thinking of them as our friends. How do you have a conversation with a friend? If you ask a question and they give you an answer, then you can start to have a back and forth. And if you want to know how to get your social media audience revved up because you're saying, Lucy, this is great, but I don't have anyone commenting at all, go introduce yourself. Go onto social media, your platform of choice, post a picture of your beautiful face, and introduce yourself. It's that easy. And invite your audience to introduce themselves. The next phase of the friend framework is nurture. This is the part where you are going to consistently show up for your audience. You're going to demonstrate your reliability. You are reaching out to them, responding to emails, responding to comments, showing up at shows, showing up on their posts, replying, liking, sharing, and you're following up. The nurture part is the most important part. If someone has trusted you with their email address, with their money for a product, it is your job as a business owner to nurture them. And then the last piece, which goes along with this of the friend framework, is delight. This is what I like to call the sprinkles on the frosting on the cupcake. That is the whole package. This is why you are not concerned with the person who says, I can get it cheaper at Walmart, because they're not your customer. This is where you are going to create an experience that your audience loves, a space where they feel valued, a buying experience that's top-notch, a follow-up framework that keeps them coming back. That friend framework is find, research, invite, engage, nurture, and delight. The find, research, and invite, these are your acquisition activities. Engage, nurture, and delight, these are your retention activities. When you master the Bloom Friend framework, you will never again struggle to sell or know who your customer is.
And there you have it. That is the Bloom Friend framework. And if you can master that framework, you will never again be on the hamster wheel of trying to constantly find new customers. Now, if you like what you saw here and you want more education on handmade or creative business ownership, you can subscribe to this channel, visit bloombybellmanili.com and subscribe to our newsletter and check out the resources below this video.